Hi, I'm Hilton Holder from OnlineSuccessForDentists.com, and thanks for watching this video. And before I reveal the secrets of our unique integrated profit doubling marketing strategy that you can implement in your own practice starting today, let me start by asking you this. Do you want to dramatically increase your profit but find the whole prospect of online marketing too confusing and intimidating? And after hours of wet finger work every day, you're just too exhausted to face the complexity of teaching yourself the myriad intricacies of boosting your new case acceptance rates with online marketing and advertising? Could it be that you have a website but it's not bringing you any new clients and you just don't know what to do to change this? Or would you love to start using Facebook and email marketing, but you just don't know, or you just don't have the extra money to throw at it in case it doesn't work? Then I can assure you that you're at the right place, because I'm going to reveal the exact steps of our guaranteed profit doubling strategy that will transform your practice into a vehicle that will create the financial stability for yourself and your staff, and which will help you realize all the personal material goals you've ever had for yourself. So now you may be wondering, what makes this different from any other marketing vendors that are constantly trying to get your business? Well, the first thing with our system is that we provide a rock-solid guarantee that we will absolutely double your profits if you implement our modules correctly. Now, actually, we achieve a lot more for our clients than just doubling their profits, but we are willing to put our heads on the block and unconditionally guarantee that if your practice is not producing twice the profit after getting us to implement our systems, we'll continue helping you until it does. Now, our unique service uses real-world data and testing to determine the optimal marketing messages, and that's why we get the results we want. The next result we can absolutely guarantee is that your profit increase will last for at least 10 to 20 years. And once again, the reason is because our key difference is that we find and use the highest converting headlines for all the dental services you provide, as well as your optimal practice slogan or unique selling proposition. Now, if you integrate these optimal tested marketing messages into all your marketing media, including your website, your outdoor sign, your Facebook page, your stationery, your direct marketing, and your local radio and TV advertising, you can trust that the proven attraction power of these tested headlines will kick in and give you a huge advantage over your competitors. You will literally be leaving them choking in your dust. The other thing to note is that the implementation of our system will normally not cost you a cent, and in most cases, it will break even or even pay for itself from day one. To make sure that the implementation breaks even, or even better, that it is profitable from day one, we make a point of including a small self-liquidating enticement of your choice during the testing phase. Now, the outcome of these multivariate tests is mind-blowing, because the attraction power of your ultimate marketing messages normally ensures that you at least double your profit within 2 months of it being implemented into your existing advertising media. Now, before I carry on, I just want to inform you that even though the system will bring you unbelievable real-world results and success, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, and no miracles or unicorns are really involved. It will take some real-world action and discipline and testing and implementation before you get the results we guarantee. Now, you may be asking whether this will work for your circumstances and your practice, and here, after 35 years experience of founding dozens of companies, and after 20 years of online marketing experience, I can personally attest that out of necessity, I have developed and evolved these marketing principles, and they work for any business. The principles are the same, and in actual fact, dental practices are ideally positioned to benefit from these marketing tactics and strategies. Our first step is always to try and boost your current income from your existing marketing assets, meaning your website traffic. We do this so we have the funds to actually do the testing and implementation, but as mentioned before, in the end, it normally doesn't cost you a cent. As I said before, I'm a businessman who has founded dozens of companies, some of them spectacularly successful, to the extent that they went on to be listed on the stock exchange. And some of them that failed miserably. And I can personally attest that the reason for my failures always stemmed from following my own intuition in regards to what I thought the market wanted, rather than testing real-world demand first to see what it actually consisted of. When testing, there's no such thing as failure. There are only results. And even though we regard negative results as failure, the fact is that by testing the demand for your services and getting to leverage that test data, our unique marketing system will inevitably lead you to the success you want. And I'll be there all the time to make sure that you get to implement it properly into your practice so it works for you. Just remember that what one man can do, another man can do, and that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So we will use cause and effect to our benefit and get you the profit and growth we know is possible. So this is what you will learn during the presentation. Firstly, how to audit your existing website and firstly check if it has any technical flaws that need to be fixed. If we don't fix it, it will never rank in Google search results. Second thing is why you should audit your backlinks pointing to your website to make sure they don't come from what Google regards as toxic environments. If you have toxic backlinks, Google's penalty algorithms will stop you from ranking in Google search engine results. Next, we check if any of your keywords are already ranking on either Google's first or second page, and if so, we boost them with clever backlinking, which in most cases pushes them onto the first page of Google search results and brings in heaps of new free traffic. Because Google's new rank brain algorithm gives you a new opportunity of quickly outranking your competitors, we will look at the kind of content we need to create that engages your visitors more than your competitors do. This, too, will push your search engine rankings up very quickly. The fifth thing we can do is to show you how you can save lots of money and get much more search engine traffic by eliminating your expensive, high-demand boutique keywords in your AdWords campaigns and replace them with low-cost, long-tail keywords that brings a lot more bang for your buck. And the sixth thing we're going to be doing is to show you how you can keep your advertisement in front of prospective clients with special software that follows them around after landing on your website, and how this one tactic will increase your client generation by at least 60%. The seventh thing is that once you've implemented and optimized your low-hanging fruit opportunity from a marketing perspective, we will teach you how to use Facebook advertising and Google AdWords to test which of your services is most in demand, so you can start targeting those prospects most likely to become your new patients. The eighth thing is that after these tests reveal your in-demand products, we will use multivariate testing to determine your optimum headlines, your sales copy, your photos, and call to action for each of these products you want to promote. The ninth thing is that you can use the same methods to find your highest converting headline or unique selling proposition for your practice, which will allow you to deploy this ultimate attraction power on your outdoor signs, your stationery, your radio advertising, your local newsletter advertising, and your direct mail, and which is sure to bring you up to 3 times as many visitors as any other headline you may want to use. The 10th thing is that having derived your ultimate headlines and practice slogan, it will be time to deploy these to plot a new course for the marketing direction of your practice. Now, in the past, then the only real means of doing multivariate testing of this kind would have involved using expensive print advertising coupled with complex A/B split testing of various advertisements. At least 90% of all dental practices would not have been able to afford this exercise. And even for those who did, the courage to undertake this mammoth task, the data gathered would have been unreliable. In our current situation, with at least 75% of all your clients spending an average of 40 minutes per day on Facebook, and with the remaining 90% now using Google instead of the yellow pages and looking for any kind of service, you can reliably use these platforms to get highly accurate results within a month or 2 at most. On top of that, it also gives us the opportunity of collecting thousands of emails from interested buyers who can then be drip-fed with stories about your practice and the results you are getting for your patients and testimonials from happy patients, all to engender the trust required for them to approach you for your dental services. However, the most exciting marketing move at the moment has got to be Facebook advertising. And because they have gone through the pains of discovering the actual real-world demand and ultimate headlines for dental services in your area, Facebook will deliver results you've only ever dreamed of. If you want to know what the cheapest way is to get your message in front of 1,000 people, consider this. For newspaper display ads, it would cost about $32 per 1,000 views. For magazines, around $27. For direct mail, about $2,000. For radio, about $8. And for TV, about $7. And around $2.75 for Google AdWords. And guess what? For Facebook, it's only 25 cents. Also consider that with Google AdWords and Facebook, your audience will be laser targeted and provide you with instant feedback. Remember that even though direct mail is the most expensive at around $2 per letter, it still can be extremely profitable to send letters out to areas where you have over 50s, such as retirement villages and old age homes. There's a special trick I'll share with you at the end that will give you opening rates of up to 90% and allow you to hit the jackpot using this medium. Anyway, I digress. So once again, let's look at the possibilities of Facebook. The fact is that most dentists are spending some time setting up Facebook fan pages and taking advantage even of the most basic advertising options are getting returns of up to 1,500% on their Facebook advertising budget. Now you, on the other hand, who would have derived the top converting headlines and sales copy for the services you want to promote, will be achieving results at least 3 times better than that. Coupled with the fact that we will also be doing multivariate testing on different target demographics for you, and the fact that these tests will determine the very best groups and age brackets of your prospects to target, it will dramatically further increase your return on investment. Now here's the other thing. As mentioned earlier, we can also set up a squeeze page to capture all the email addresses of interested prospects from your Facebook advertising, and use these email addresses together with judicious email marketing to drip feed your recently acquired list of prospects with ongoing marketing messages such as testimonials, stories about new equipment you may have, community work, ongoing charity drives, etc. The reason why we slowly drip feed your prospects with these marketing messages is to engender enough trust and confidence among them in order for them to start approaching you as the preferred provider for their dental requirements. Now we can also import your current list of email addresses for existing clients. And the reason we want to build up this list of email addresses stems from the fact that your existing clients are 65% more likely to buy from you than new clients, and that it takes at least 6 trust-engendering sales messages in order for them to become a new patient. Now you may think it will take an unbelievably long time to build up enough email addresses to make this worthwhile, but you'd be wrong, as we'll be showing you a highly secret method we currently employ to get all new prospects to refer you to a minimum of 2 new prospects, and thus you will be able to take advantage of the viral aspect that allows you to grow your list of prospects exponentially. So it might be that you don't have the time or the talent to craft daily posts for your Facebook page, and that you lack the copywriting skills to craft trust-engendering emails. Now, if that's the case, there's a very useful analogy that I came across for understanding what your marketing goal should be. And that's to imagine that you are a duck hunter surrounded by flying birds of every kind. Now, your job as a marketer will be to firstly determine what the most desirable bait is for ducks, and then to manufacture the bait and spread it around as visually appealing as possible in order to attract all the ducks to come sit in the trees around you. Now, this duck bait has to be so deliciously attractive to the ducks that when they come sit in the trees around you, it should be as if their feet are glued to the branches in anticipation of the delicious duck bait. They shouldn't fly away at the slightest movement and should be determined to see what food you have in store for them. Now, that in short is the art of marketing, and the art of selling, on the other hand, would be to take your shotgun and nail them while they are sitting in the trees. Thus, you can overcome the dilemma of implementing everything I've told you about by getting a staff member to start understanding the goal of your marketing efforts and to accept the responsibility of running your Facebook posting and advertising and for sending out emails to your list on an ongoing basis. But bear in mind that it would take up at least 2 to 3 hours per day, and they may not understand these platforms well enough to do a decent job. Your other option then would be to hire a full-time marketing professional, and then you may be getting someone with zero real-world experience and skill. Now, don't get me wrong, you may get lucky and find one who has a passionate interest in the subject, but once again, you know as well as I that with every new staff member comes with a lot of risk and liability. You also don't know how much this employee will cost you in wages and entitlements and sick days and associated drama and prima donna syndrome, but maybe you get a good one who doesn't give you all this trouble. But that's unicorn country we're entering into right now. If, however, you decide to go that route, we'll be able to provide them with all the information and coaching they would require. So let me just recap once again what you would get from having gone through this entire process. Well, to start off with, the real-world multivariate testing would have provided you with a fully integrated marketing message, not only for each dental service that you want to promote, but also for your practice in general. And we would have spread these ultimate marketing messages throughout all your advertising media, including your website, your outdoor signs, your stationery, and all other local advertising. And if you've done it right, we'll now have what amounts to having a big fat pipe of new clients flowing straight into your practice, and which you can slow down or speed up according to the amount of advertising you're willing to spend on Facebook. Now, for ease of implementation, we have broken our profit doubling marketing strategy into logical modules. They are interdependent and normally have to be implemented sequentially to some degree in order to gain maximum benefit, but can be implemented as individual modules for those of you who feel that they already have all their bases covered. So let us recap what these modules are and what they will do for you. Now, module 1, here we're going to discover your top converting headlines in local demand. Now, as mentioned before, this is without a doubt the most important exercise you can undertake for your practice, and it starts with, number 1, an exploratory consultation session to determine what your practice is about, what services you want to offer, what services you'd like to offer, as well as the current situation. We'll use this as a basis from which to test the demand and the market engagement for your services. Next thing we'll do is set up a Google AdWords campaign to determine your highest converting headlines and keywords, and from a grid of possibilities targeting all categories of potential targets in your local area. After that, we'll conduct research to discover all your Facebook interest groups, as well as psychographic and demographic targets for the sake of conducting the multivariate split testing. The next thing we'll do is set up a Facebook fan page to run these multivariate tests on Facebook, and we'll add a privacy policy and other Facebook compliance content to your website. After that, we set up a 4-tiered multivariate advertising test to include all possible advertising headlines, images, calls to actions, and sales copy to establish your top converting content and your top converting USP or unique selling proposition. So after that, we'll repeat the above with mutually agreed on dental service types and the kind of coupons you'd be willing to redeem. Then we continue running the multivariate testing until we have your top converting headlines, sales copy, and other content for each of the services we want to offer to your client base. Finally, we'll generate a comprehensive report to include all the data we've derived from both the Google AdWords campaigns and Facebook multivariate tests. After that, we'll have a strategy call to establish your preferred website content that resulted from this data and what your unique selling proposition should be, also as derived from the report. So that would basically conclude the most important marketing exercise you can do for your practice, which is to test real-world data first. Now, with module 2, our second module is our existing website repair and optimization module. Now, this module is designed for those who have a website that is languishing and underperforming at most and that needs to start producing new clients and leads. So here we'll start by generating a comprehensive 41-point analysis of your website to see exactly what we need to fix in order for Google to start ranking it. If the website is not responsive, meaning it's not compatible with mobile or cell phones, or if your website loads too slowly, or if it contains old-style Flash programming or sluggish plugins that slows it down too much, we'll consult with you, as we may need to host it on a different server or rewrite it on a modern platform such as WordPress. Next, we'll check your website backlinks to make sure none come from toxic online environments, such as porn sites or Viagra websites, and we'll send you a report of any bad ones we discover. We'll then analyze the toxic backlinks and generate a disavow file for the highly suspicious ones and send it to Google so they can ignore these backlinks. This will safeguard you from Google slapping your website with a manual penalty review. And secondly, it will allow your website to start ranking again in the search results. We'll also check what keywords your website already ranks for, and once we have fixed all the basics, we will use special backlinking techniques to get link juice from high-trust online resources, which will cause it to appear on Google's first page after just a month or two. Once all this is done, we'll generate a report showing you the new ranking status of your website, and we'll start tracking your keyword rankings and provide that monthly report of what we've done to improve your rankings even further. The next module, or module 3, is creating engaging content to leverage Google's new rank brain algorithm. Now, even though we strongly recommend that you complete module 1 first in order to discover the highest converting content for your website, this module will be for those who want their existing content rewritten in order to take advantage of the new so-called rank brain algorithm from Google. Now, this new ranking algorithm from Google sends a very strong ranking signal should you manage to engage your visitors for longer than competitive websites. So what we'll do is use copywriting techniques called bucket brigades to keep your visitors in suspense and thus keep them engaged for longer. Now, together with this technique, we'll also create 5 highly engaging explainer videos to answer visitor questions in regards to your top 5 dental procedures. We'll then upload these videos to your YouTube channel, and if you don't have one, we'll create one for you. Next, we'll optimize the keywords, the description, and all other aspects of this video, such as your closed captions and your tags, in order to get these videos to rank on the top pages of YouTube as well, and this for you to take advantage of YouTube's incredible traffic numbers as well. So after that, we'll boost these YouTube videos with a combination of backlinks and views to get them to the top of YouTube's rankings. These videos will then be embedded on your website to boost your visitor engagement to the point of getting Google's rank brain algorithm to start boosting your rankings automatically. Our 4th module is to create a new website for you from scratch. And this is for you who are starting off or who don't have a website yet and who'd like to take advantage of all that experience in creating the slickest and most functional websites you can get. Your website would primarily be geared towards getting high rankings in Google search engine results as well. Now, this basic website will provide you with up to 10 pages, so you can present all the information you require in order to start promoting your practice. And we'll have a slick, professional look with very appealing, high-resolution images. It will also include a blog section, so you can post your own engaging new content, as well as an email squeeze page to build up your email list for remarketing. Rather than relying on you to come up with the formal content, we'll save you the time and effort by means of a comprehensive Skype interview, and we'll create the engaging content accordingly. Now, as indicated before, you'd be losing big time in terms of your website's ability to generate leads should you not have us to write all your top converting headlines and sales copy as per our module 1. So let us recap then on what this package will provide. So initially we have a Skype consultation to get your domain name details, and if you don't have one, we'll do an online search to find one right there and register it for you. We also will check what you have in mind for the look and feel of your website and the main purpose thereof. After that, we'll author a prototype website with boilerplate text and images for your approval. Now, after you've approved it, we'll go ahead and create the website as per your preferences and email you the link for your second round of approval. Now, after making the changes required, we'll make it live and schedule a call to get your input and further suggestions. As soon as we have that, we will schedule another consultation for the sake of recording your preferences and indications in regard to the content that you want to create for your website. So using these recordings as a guide, we'll proceed to create the content and populate the website accordingly. We'll then email you the link for your completed website and schedule a new Skype consultation to finalize delivery and to make any other small changes you may require. Okay, so module 4, this is a search engine optimization package, either for your new website or your existing website. And this module is for those who want their website to rank on the first page of Google search engine results, and will take advantage of our top methods and systems we've developed over the last 10 years. Now, even though the process of getting first page rankings for websites has become more and more difficult, and now can take up to 6 months to rank for the very competitive keywords, we'll do our best to overcome this long waiting period of up to 6 months. And we'll do it by deploying Google's latest rank brain algorithm that will speed it up dramatically, and you'll be able to expect rankings within the first month already. Now, this job requires extensive keyword research in order to determine the difficulty of ranking for the keywords that you choose. And we'll consult with you on an ongoing basis to suggest keywords that may not be as difficult to rank for initially, but which will still produce excellent volumes of visitors right away. So let's recap then what you'll get. Now, because keyword relevance is a huge ranking factor in 2017, we'll start off by examining the content on your website and coming up with the main keywords related to the content of every page that you have. We'll then generate a report of the related keywords and the ranking difficulty and expected click volumes for each. We'll also schedule a Skype call to discuss which keywords you might want to rank for and other related issues. So once we've chosen the desired keywords, we'll populate the metadata tags of your website to match it, and mostly the title tags, the meta description and the links. And we'll change the HTML addresses and page titles to reflect those keywords. Next thing, we will edit your content for the optimum ratio of keywords versus normal text. So Google will start ranking these pages because they appear natural. And now that we've completed those fundamentals, it will be time to come up with a backlinking strategy to get sufficient link juice from highly trusted website and social media platforms. So the first thing we'll do is to spy on your competition to determine their backlink profiles. Now, ranking position is completely relative, and thus if you should attain more trust signals via backlinks than your top competitors, you'll outrank them, even though it might take a bit of time. So what we'll do is duplicate as many of your competitors' backlinks as possible, and make up for the difference with guest blogging or the building of high-quality backlinks stemming from trusted, high-authority websites. Next, we'll deploy Google's rank brain algorithms by editing your content to deliver high engagement by means of sales copy techniques such as bucket brigades or cliffhangers. And finally, we'll create 5 highly engaging YouTube videos to explain and answer your prospect questions in regard to the dental procedures that you offer. After that, we'll upload these videos to your YouTube channel, and if you don't have one, we'll create one for you. And then we'll optimize, as before, we'll optimize the keywords, the description, all the other aspects of YouTube videos to rank on the top pages of YouTube. And we'll also then boost those YouTube videos with a combination of backlinks and views. We push them to the top of YouTube's channel so you can get all those YouTube search results. Now, these videos will then also be embedded on your website for the sake of boosting your visitor engagement, so as to leverage the new rank brain algorithm from Google. And finally, we'll add your website to a rank tracking application that will provide us with ongoing graphs showing the progress of your keywords in their respective rankings. We'll also start concentrating on your local rankings and local review sites such as Google and Yelp. And here we'll fill out all the local directory listings and schema in your area. Furthermore, we also use grey hat methods such as the creation of local listings in Harvard Maps and other high-trust websites to get you immediate traffic. After that, we'll schedule a recurring monthly report to be sent to you detailing your progress. And should we need to, we'll schedule a call to discuss a strategy for increasing rankings on the other keywords that you choose. Next, we look at Model 5, and that's Facebook domination. Now, I don't know if you remember the previous statistics I mentioned in regards to Facebook. So if you're one of those practice owners who've heard about the awesome power of Facebook ads for lead generation and exposure, but you just don't know how to get started or how you'll find the time to manage it, then this module is for you. Not only will we get it done for you, but we are proud to say that we'll probably do it better than anybody else out there. And the reason is that I had to become a top-level expert in Facebook advertising due to my involvement in e-commerce. Now, for those of you who know anything about running an e-commerce store, you'll also know that you'll only succeed in e-commerce if you know every trick in the book for Facebook ads. Thus, we'll be able to deliver much higher results for your advertising dollar than just about anyone else offering these services. So let's recap what this module is and what it'll do for you and what you'll get. Now, to start off, Facebook requires that your website show your terms of service and a privacy policy and a Facebook fan page before approving your Facebook ads. We'll add the missing pages and content to your website if necessary. Next, we'll build out your professional Facebook fan page and with the logos you want, and if not, we'll consult with you about the images you prefer. The next thing we'll do is to populate all the information tabs of your Facebook fan page to complete your professional profile. Initially, we'll populate your Facebook fan page with a few posts just to get some engagements, likes and shares so it can look seasoned. After that, we'll schedule a call with you to determine what goal you have with Facebook, and what stories you'd like to share, and suggest creation of schedules and content. Now, the entire goal is to create engagement and a perception of your practice in the minds of your Facebook prospects. Now, successful engagement on Facebook requires that you do not come across as being too pushy or too salesy, and thus we'll maintain a fine balance between creating engagement with interesting stories about your practice and any ads you may run. Now, depending on the chats we have with you, we'll now start creating Facebook ads to attract paying clients for your high-profit services. And we'll start offering discount coupons to create an ongoing stream of new prospects and patients. After that, we'll be using sophisticated software methods to set up multivariate tests to determine your highest converting ads in terms of headlines, images, copy, audience targets, and calls to action. So over time, we'll build up a library of top converting Facebook ads that we can use to boost your new client numbers as well as to sell your most profitable cases. Now, Facebook advertising results, as compared to Yellow Pages and other traditional advertising platforms, can be tracked to the very last dollar, and normally delivers a return on investment of up to 1,500% if you utilize it properly. Now, in order to get the kind of results you're hoping for, we suggest an advertising budget of at least $500 per month to start. We'll also be creating competitions for spa makeovers and other high-demand dental procedures that provides tons of engagement and sharing. So we'll explore this option to see if you're willing. So using your Facebook fan page to book new patients or last-minute cancellations is another option that many dentists use on Facebook. A single post to your fan base will always keep your chairs full. Posting stories to your fan page on a daily basis or maybe every second day is very important to maintain the momentum. And if you don't have the manpower, we'll be able to do it for you. All we need is for you to email us with a monthly or weekly compilation of stories you want to schedule for posting. Another strategy that we'll use to get massive traffic numbers at an incredibly low cost would be to leverage viral posts and point of view of blog posts and your offers on your website. This brings us to module number 6, which is email marketing magic. And even though most practice owners realize that email marketing remains the most powerful means of influencing interested prospects and getting new patients, very few actually implement proper email marketing. For most, the barrier to entry is simply the complexity involved in setting up a proper email marketing infrastructure and the task of importing and categorization of existing email lists. Furthermore, they find the task of creating an email opt-in squeeze page too daunting and too time-consuming, and the prospect of regularly crafting engaging emails too difficult. This module is designed for those who know the value of email marketing and understand it could be one of the highest returning investments they could make for their ongoing marketing efforts, but just do not have the time or the inclination to set it up for their own practices. So if you want us to set it up on your behalf and import all your existing client email addresses that you have, as well as to set up a Facebook advertisement and email squeeze page to get prospects to opt in and leave their email addresses, then this is the module that you shouldn't ignore. We can even take it further by creating a viral opt-in page to entice new prospects to also enter their email addresses plus those of 2 of their friends in exchange for either a prize or a free service such as teeth whitening. When we find the right enticement, this viral method becomes the very fastest way of growing your email list because it adds new prospects to your email list in an exponential fashion. Remember that every new client brings you at least $11,500 in net profit over a 12-year period. So using a small enticement such as teeth whitening for the sake of gaining thousands of new prospects with that kind of return on investment over a very short period of time is worth it many times over. Now further to that, getting people in for free teeth whitening or digital smile simulations inevitably results in uncovering many high profit cases such as crowns, bridges and restorative dentistry. We will run the whole thing for you, and should you wish to send out a broadcast email or to a certain group that have shown interest in a particular product, simply pop us an email once a week with your requirements and we'll send out the email on your behalf and forward all resulting business and clients to you as they come in. We'll also schedule a Skype call once a month in which we'll compile a schedule of automated posts to be made for the month. And here we will just interview you to get some basic details of the post you'd like to send and then produce the content for you. On the other hand, should you wish to run your own email marketing, we can help you on a coaching basis and provide you with the most incredible email marketing software currently to be found, as well as the instructions for setting it up and running it for your own practice. Now the next one is quite important. A lot of people suffer from this, and it's reputation management. And it's really if you're the victim of false or bad reviews from disgruntled employees and competitors on Google Places or other local review sites, or you've had somebody badmouth you or you're practicing forums. Now this could not only cost you thousands of dollars in lost revenue every month, but it has the power to completely ruin your reputation amongst your clients and your colleagues. So this module is designed to help you either delete, bury, or obfuscate those negative remarks, no matter where they originate from. So we start by searching the internet to discover if any such libel exists which discredits you or your organization. And if we do find that you or your practice is being badmouthed on review sites where these remarks cannot be deleted, you can use special techniques to bury those remarks or obfuscate them. In other cases, it may be on forums. And if the perpetrator has commented enough whilst using your name or your business name, Google will inevitably rank it on Google's first page. In this case, we'll also use other forums and online directories and create content using your name or your business name. We'll then set about getting those new forums to outrank the slanderous information and push it down into the second page of Google search engine results. In some cases, we will be able to delete any such slander and would have to resort to tricky methods of registering accounts in order to get to the interface where we can delete the harmful references. So this whole process could take weeks, depending on how hard it is to bury the information. But we'll get it done as fast as is humanly possible. Thereafter, we'll set up a Google content trigger to notify us as soon as someone badmouths you online again, and we'll go about cleaning your reputation up from the beginning. So, if you're currently a victim of this kind of hostility and unfair slandering, please schedule a Skype chat so we can assess the extent of the damage and provide you with a quote to clean up your reputation. Now, due to the highly variable nature of this task, we don't have a standard price for this module. So at this stage, you might want to inquire what the differences between our coaching programs and our done-for-you programs. Well, to clarify this, you can choose the coaching program if you have someone in your practice, including yourself, who is fully computer literate and who understands the concepts that are presented, and who would be comfortable to receive coaching via Skype calls and screen sharing for the sake of implementing those models by themselves. To this end, I'll go out of my way to present the instructions in as clear and concise a manner as possible, so as to make it easy for a computer literate student to implement the systems. I'll even go so far as to record videos to make the instruction part even easier. However, for those who do not have the time, nor the confidence, nor the computer literacy to implement these systems by means of online coaching, I would definitely recommend that you invest in our done-for-you modules. Should you choose the coaching package for any of these modules, it will come with online instruction over a 2-month period and will come to 2 payments of $2,000 each. Of course, then all Facebook and Google AdWords advertising costs would be for your account. But should you need any other service like content creation or video creation or any other assistance, We'll either quote you or suggest certain providers to make sure that you get the best prices and highest quality available. Now, not only will we work with you at your own pace to implement these modules, but we will also continue to hold your hand if you want to implement any further modules along the way. And we'll provide you with access to our video libraries with clear instructional videos to help. Now, working at your own pace means that you have to schedule the coaching calls whenever you want to receive your next instructions. All online instruction will be recorded for you, and the resulting videos will be provided for you, so you can download it from Dropbox and revisit it at any time. Next, you can look at our done-for-you modules. So should you not have the time or the personnel, we can do it for you. And not only that, but if we do it, we'll guarantee that you achieve at least double your gross profit within a 6-month period. And should you have chosen our standalone modules, we'll guarantee that each module will generate an increase of at least 20% profit over a 6-month period. I'll cover more about the guarantee in the next few paragraphs, but the other factor to remember is that we will immediately set about boosting your current revenue by optimizing your existing marketing assets. And in most cases, the systems that we implement for you will not cost you a cent, but will more than break even from the start. Now, if you were to invest in all these modules individually, the investment would be $8,000 or 2 payments of $4,000 each, and we'll complete each over a 2-month period. And this will still pay off for you, but we would urge you to rather consider getting us to complete all these modules for you in a sequential manner, which will not only guarantee better results, but will secure a huge discount of 50% on your monthly ongoing improvement retainer fee, meaning that we'll only charge you $2,000 per month instead of $4,000 per month. As for content and video creation, backlink building and advertising fees for Facebook and Google AdWords campaigns, these will be charged as pure disbursements. Now for Facebook advertising fees, we suggest a budget of at least $500 per month and $200 per month for your Google AdWords and $300 per month for content creation and backlink building, which brings your monthly disbursements to $1,000. Thus, if you choose that we implement all of these modules for you, it'll come to a total of $3,000 per month for the first 6 months. And that would include the content creation fees as well as your Facebook and Google AdWords advertising fees. So please keep in mind that the ongoing monthly retainer fee also includes the hosting and maintenance of your website, your email marketing system, and others. Now after 6 months, we can comfortably reduce your ongoing monthly retainer fee to about $2,500 per month, as by that time your website will naturally be ranking on Google's first page for your most important keywords and will be generating heaps of traffic. Thus, we can drop your AdWords budget to $200 per month, and by that time your Facebook fan page will also have thousands of fans who will automatically receive your promotions, and here we can drop your Facebook advertising budget to $300 per month. We won't be needing any further content creation at that point either, other than for new projects where we can agree on a specific disbursement fee. Now let's run through our double your profit satisfaction guarantee and exit terms. So you may be asking what happens if you use our services and despite you following our programs to the letter, it doesn't work for you. And here I have to refer you back to our double your profit satisfaction guarantee. Our industry leading guarantee is an undertaking that should you after 6 months of consulting and implementation not achieve at least double your gross profit as compared to when you started, we'll freeze your ongoing improvement retainer fee and start working with you until we have achieved this guarantee goal for you. Now there are some provisions in order for us to honor this guarantee. And the first one is that you have to choose the ongoing done-for-you implementation program, meaning the sequential implementation of all our modules on an ongoing basis. So if you choose a single coaching module from among our options, we can state with confidence that you will achieve the results commensurate with how well it was implemented. And should you have chosen a single module on the done-for-you option, we'll guarantee you at least 20% extra gross profit. And if not, we'll also freeze your ongoing consulting fee and work with you until you have achieved the promised increase. Of course, we'll have to agree to transparency and share your total revenues, expenses, and accounting records with us. Remember that we'll only freeze your ongoing improvement retainer fee and that all disbursements such as advertising spend with Facebook and Google and any content creation fees will still be for your account. So at this point, I also want to give you another guarantee, and that is in regards to the cost of our disbursements. Here we guarantee that our disbursement fees are the lowest in the industry and at least 20% less expensive than from anyone else with comparative services. And that's also one of the further benefits of coming on board with us. Just your savings alone on these disbursement fees makes us the most affordable marketing consultants out there. Now, if at any time during the consultation you're unhappy and you want to opt out, you're welcome to just send us an email to inform us, and that's that. You won't be liable for any further fees. Now, of course, we would love to hear from you to solve this before we get to that point, though, and we'll do our best to get the results you expect. Aside from that, all the content and material that we have created for you up until then belongs to you, and we'll compile it and send it to you by email or Dropbox. Now please note that we cannot transfer the platforms we created it with, but it would be very easy for you to simply create new accounts on these platforms and copy and paste the content you receive from us, if need be. Now this does not apply if we use your platforms in the first place. So regrettably, we won't be able to refund any payments made to us at that point, as it would have been used to pay our content creators and other professionals for their services. But once again, we undertake to make sure you are benefiting from our services by honouring our satisfaction guarantees and freezing the ongoing monthly improvement retainer and proceed working with you until we have attained the increased profits we guarantee. Another thing that I want to mention is that our consulting services include the fact that you can call me at any time to discuss any aspects of your practice or other issues that might be weighing heavily on you and stopping you from reaching your goals. And it may happen that you just feel a bit despondent or a bit down, and in these cases, please just email me and we can jump onto Skype to chat about it. I'm pretty sure that I could at least listen and point you in the right direction again, and hopefully lift your spirits somewhat during the conversation as well. Now, running any business, and especially managing change, is complex, so it's to be expected that you'd feel a bit lost or disoriented sometimes, and I'm sure I can point you in the right direction when you need it. I've got a lifetime of experience to call on, to guide you, and motivate you again when you feel like that, and would love to give you my feedback when you need it. If you want to find out more about any of these modules, please just schedule a no-obligation chat with me on Skype, and I'll give you my best suggestions. So what happens if you don't take us up on this offer? Well, nothing happens. You know that if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. And this could end up costing you your shirt in today's desperately competitive environment for the solo dental practice. So if you want to escape the risk of being corporatized and never reaching your financial goals, schedule a call with me now. And I assure you that I'll bring you the stability, the profitability, and the golden future you want for yourself, your family, and your employees. As mentioned before, you can stop any time you want to, and there's no obligation at all. So just click the Schedule Now button below to book a one-on-one consultation to explore which of our services will most help you realize your goals right now. Thanks again for watching, and please just email me if you have any questions. Also remember to follow the link below if you want to grab your free 41-point technical website analysis report. Now, if you want to find out more about equipment and software that will also boost your practice profits dramatically, please watch my other video as per the link below. Once again, thanks for watching, and hope to chat to you soon. Bye-bye.